Hello my travelers and welcome back to another vlog. Let's travel Colombia. Here Jonathan as always, and today we're still in quarantine. We can't go outside, we can travel. I want to show you something that will be helpful for when this whole thing passes, which is packing your bag. So today I'm going to show you how I pack my luggage when I'm going for a trip. The first thing is you have to plan your trip ahead. The first is where are you going? What things do you need to have with you throughout those activities? What is essential? Some places will have different seasons like spring or summer or winter or fall. In some others, especially on the central region close to the equatorial line, you don't have seasons. In Colombia, you kind of have like a rainy season and then a dry season, but it changes a lot depending on what part of the country you're going, if you're going up north, if you're going down south. So it's also very difficult to know exactly what's going to happen. Nobody knows how the weather is going to behave throughout those days, but you can have an idea on if you will need a jacket or if you can just go out with shorts. So finding out about the weather is something really good to do before packing your bag. Check on the internet, it's really easy. Like if I go, for example, here in Colombia, the biggest airline or the one that is most commonly used is Avianca. And you can check it out on the internet. What is the luggage capacity for the national flights, meaning here in Colombia, you have a weight limit of 23 kilograms. That will be 50 pounds, US pounds. And they also give you the measurements on how wide, how deep, and how tall the luggage can be. Because if you go over that weight limit, you will have to pay. Get ready before you go to the airport, weigh your luggage. For example, what I do, I don't really have a weight in my house to do that. So what I do is I will take my luggage right in front of the apartment of one of these grocery stores, and they have a thing to weigh things. So I just ask them if they can just weigh my luggage, and then I will know how much it is and if I have to take things out or if I have room for some other things. So remember that. Also, your hand luggage. It also has some limits, some weight limits, but it mostly, what I have seen throughout my flights is that it doesn't really depend much on the weight, but it depends on the size of the bag, because I never seen an airline that weighs your hand luggage. So if your hand luggage is big enough to fit on the compartments up top on your seat or under the seat, then you should be good. But also, just think about the size of your bag. Something that I recommend for those long trips is to download on your phone or on your tablet books, movies, music, whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to watch a movie, download it on your phone so you can watch it even though if you don't have internet or not. So for this video, I want to do an example on a trip that I did recently. Actually, the last trip that I did before this whole thing, this whole quarantine started to happen. So the reason why I'm going to use this example is because in the same region, which was Caldas, we had so many different weather and activities that it covers pretty much everything that you will need for a trip. So the first stop was a coffee farm, and what we were going to do there was to have a coffee tour. Essentially getting to see everything that you need to know about coffee, from the seed to the cup. And in Colombia, the coffee farms are on hills, most of them on steep hills. And because the weather, it rains a lot in Manizales, then you will need to have some proper shoes for that trek tour. So some boots will be fine for it, and that was the first stop. Then we went to San Felix, which is about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours from Manizales, from the city. and it's a small town, but beautiful town. If you are familiar with Salento, which actually I talked about this on the video I did on San Felix specifically, and the weather in San Felix is pretty cold. At night it gets really freezing outside, so you need to bring jacket. A rain jacket will be very nice to keep with you. Then we went from San Felix to Marulanda, which is also very cold, but especially that day it wasn't that really cold as much. It was pretty sunny, it was a nice day, we had a lot of fun. It was good to have a small sweater with you, but it's really not necessary when there is sunny outside. But that was a trip. So now I'm gonna show you the things that I packed for that trip, and we're gonna talk about what type of luggage you will need to choose depending on your trip. So in just one trip, a few days, and a few places, you can go from very cold to very hot. So that's why it's important to research, and that also will help you to choose the type of bag that you will need. For example, oh by the way, I don't know, say hi. He's always looking around, see what I'm doing. You can do bags like this, which is really not more of a really sports bag. You can see nothing hard on it, maybe just bottom. It's big and you can put a lot of different things on it. But this is something very good when you're going for an adventure sort of trip. If you are going for a bigger trip, then you can bring something like this, which is a hard shell luggage. This one is not that big, as you can see, but it will do the job. This one will work for when you have a trip for a few days and not for longer trips, because you can pack a lot of things here and it will protect everything that is inside. So this can work. Or for longer trips, you can have something like this big guy, which is something that I use when I'm going on longer trips. Hard shelf, it will protect everything inside, a lot of space, and usually this one will be on the range of the limit weight and capacity that you have on your flights. For this video, we're going to be showing you this one, the one that is more sporty like, and then a small luggage like this, so you can have an idea on how I pack my bags, because I've seen all the videos on how to pack your bags, and they will give you different advices on how to put your clothes in a sort of way that it will make up for space. And that's all fine, and if it works for you, it works for you. But for me, I'm just going to show you how I do it for my trips. I show you the big bags that you can put on the plane, but the handbags that you can carry, for example, this is what I use to pack all my gear. The camera, the lenses, the drone in case that I'm taking one, pretty much anything that I need for these videos. I will pack it on this big bag, which is good for a handbag. You can put it on top of you or underneath the seat. And one trick that I have seen that works a lot of the time is that one of these can also go with a small one like this. Normally this is where I carry the camera, the one that I need for quick shots. I'll put it here, but I also use this for my papers, for my passports, for my wallet, and for those very essential things that I need on the trip, because this has a quick access pocket, which is very important. Always keep in mind to have a quick access pocket for those important things that you will need. You don't want to be the guy on the line just looking for his passport, looking for his passport. Really easy, really compact, really good to use. So that's a quick tip. If you have a small bag that you can carry, and then you have this as your hand luggage, you can bring both of them to the plane without problems at all. So keep that in mind. Okay, and after a few minutes, we have everything that we will need to take for this trip. Always, what I do is I keep a hat with me. This thing is very useful. This is something that you put on your neck, and you can use it for your head, you can use it for your face if you want to cover your face. It's really useful for a lot of different things. I always bring with me different shoes, running shoes, just in case I want to go out running, some sandals underneath, and my trusty boots. These ones are really good for trekking, super comfortable, they're not that heavy, water resistance, so you can go over puddles without getting your feet wet. So pretty good to keep with you. And as I told you earlier, a nice big towel for those cases, for those times that you don't have one or the hotel doesn't give you one. But that's pretty much everything that we're going to be packing on this bag right here. Alright, and once you have all your clothes with you, what I like to do is I essentially put all the things together that are the same. For example, I have a hoodie and a sweater here. I have all my shirts here. There's my boots here as well. I have my shorts, my underwear, my pants. Everything is put together on the same category. The first thing that I will put on the bag is the towel right on the bottom, because I know I won't use this for the first few days. So it's okay to put it on the bottom. You need to think ahead and think on what things are you going to be needing for the first days, because those are the ones that you want to keep in top of your bag. And then throughout the trip, you will move them from the top to the bottom, so you can have access to everything really quick. So I put the towel right on the bottom of the bag, and the next thing that I would like to put is my running shoes, which you can actually put them on a plastic bag, just to protect things that you have inside. So you just put them on a plastic bag like so, and to use this space, I'll put my sandals on there as well. Here we go. Tie them down, and then you are going to put them on one of the side pockets, or I like to put them on the side pockets because they don't use much space there. Then what I'll do is I'll put these, which are also very chunky, my hoodie and my sweater, I'll put them in one of the sides of the bag like so. So in case I need one, I know exactly where they are. Then put my pants. These ones can be in any order, or my especially for me, because I don't mind if I put one jean today and then the other one tomorrow. Like, I don't have an order for that. Then my shorts. I bring a lot of shorts because when I'm going swimming, and especially when you're moving from one place to another, you don't have the chance to get them dry completely. So what I also like to do is to bring a plastic bag with me, just in case I will need it. But I bring a few shorts with me because they don't make much of a space on your bag, and they're very useful for different activities that you want to do. So I'll just put them right one of the sides as well. Shirts will be in top of my shorts. T-shirts and shirts will be right in top of them. And right in top then, you will be putting, for example, or in one of the sides, what I like to do is I'll place them, my underwear, I will put them in one of the sides of the bag, as well as my socks right here, and then this thing right on top. Now, for my boots, it depends. If, for example, the first day I will be doing some trekking, just as an example, then I will wear my boots the first day, from the first day on. But if that's not the case, then I'll just bring other shoes like this, because these are very good for regular activities. If you are, for example, going on a city tour, these ones are really good for that. And then the boots, what I'll do is I'll just pack them also in a plastic bag like this and right on top. And that's pretty much my whole luggage. Look, this thing is not that heavy. Everything is packed in here. This, I have this regular small bag, or you can have something like this, which is a pouch. This can be waterproof if you want, and if you have one, that will be better, because here you can put all of those things that you need. For example, on that last trip, we went to the river, and I had my phone, and I had the camera, and I had all the things that I needed to put in something that was waterproof. So if you don't have one of those special things, like waterproof that you seal really well, or anything like that, you can just put them on a plastic bag, seal them really well, and then put it on something like this. It's easy to carry, it's not heavy, and this can go on your bag really easy. So always bring something additional to your bags, just in case you will need them for those special activities. So this will be the bag that I use for trips like that, where there's a lot of adventure, because it's easy to carry, it's not that heavy, and you can put a bunch of things in it. So this will be bag number one. And onto the second bag, we have the hard shell, this luggage right here. But this one is a little bit easier to pack because, you know, it's a hard shell, so you have this wide open thing all the time. So once again, first thing that I'll do is I'll pack my towel. I'll spread it all the way on the bottom right here. Pants in one corner, just like so. You know, this is just like playing Tetris. You know, you have to make sure that everything fits well on your bag, so you can optimize the space, but making sure that you have the right weight. So then you have this. These are my sweater and my hoodie. Then we have my shorts, sport pants here in this corner. And then I have one left corner for my shirts and my t-shirts. What this luggage has is actually has another compartment right here, which I like to use to put my underwear, as well as my socks, which I make them like a ball, such as this, which is easier for you to carry and to grab when you need one. On top of this, and because I have them on bags, I will put my shoes, my running shoes, and my boots right here. And then the other extra things, like my scarf, my neck thing, my additional small bag. And this is one of the bags that I was telling you about, which is waterproof. It's water sealing, so you put anything you need that needs to be protected from water, and then you just fold it, and you can do an additional plastic bags just in case you need them. You can just put them right there. And what else am I missing? Maybe I can put this cat. The cat can also go inside. She likes to travel with me. Nah, not really. She's really scary of going outside the house. She's not a street cat. But here we go. Bag number 2. And that's the bag. I got my gear bag. I got my luggage right underneath. But also remember that what you're wearing is also part of your luggage. So when you're going on a trip, bring anything that you can wear it on. So if you have a big jacket, put it on. If you have some other jeans, put them on. That's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to get ready to go on a trip. Ready? Boom! That's it. All ready, all dressed up, and ready to go. So that's pretty much it. This is my luggage. Everything is packed up. I'm ready to go. Now, my sneaky bag. Remember this one? I will bring with me. I'll sneak it in on the plane. Pretty sure they won't tell me anything, but get everything. My handbag, my luggage, and I'm ready to go. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, if you like the video, subscribe if you're not yet. Leave your comments. I'll try to reply as many as the comments as I can. If you wanna see anything else on this channel, let me know. And until the next one, thank you very much for watching, guys, and see ya.